The era in Port Huron football, played on Watkins Field and later the Grand Trunk Railroad Field, produced two championship football teams. First coached by Tubby Myers in 1919 through 1922. Tubby Myers returned from duty from World War I and reassumed the duties of head coach of the football team. During the war, Lieutenant Myers was assigned to a depot brigade stationed at Fort Custer, Michigan. The role of the depot brigades was to receive and organize recruits, provide them with uniforms, equipment and initial military training, and then send them to France to fight on the front lines. The depot brigades also received soldiers returning home at the end of the war and out processing and discharges. The 1925 championship season. There are good teams, and there are great teams, and there are teams that never die. The 1925 football season was one of the happiest at Port Huron High School, built on a strong foundation. The 1925 Port Huron High School fielded a football team that was undefeated, untied, and unscored upon. The first time ever for a Michigan Class A team. The 1925 Big Reds had a spectacular offense led by outstanding fullback Cecil Turner. They scored 213 points in 10 games to their opponent's 0. The strong point of the team, however, was the defense. In several games, the opposing team never made one first down. Improved coaching methods were largely responsible for the wonderful record. The coaching staff was headed by Baldy Bonnet, former high school and West Point athlete. Bonnet was ably assisted throughout the season by Sod French, former head coach, Bill McIntosh, Tommy Tomlinson, and Tubby Myers, athletic director of the high school. During the Brick Fowler era, between 1929 and 1939, was another championship team. Cecil V. Fowler, better known to the Port Huron residents and local sports fans as Brick, was a high school coach and athletic director at Port Huron High School starting in 1929. He was born in Huntington, England in 1902 and moved to Greenville, Michigan in 1911 when he was 11. He graduated from Western Michigan University in 1926. While at Western, he played football and ran on the track team. Mr. Fowler took over as head coach at Port Huron High School in 1929. From 1929 to 1949, Mr. Fowler's football teams had a 65-18 record. He had one undefeated football team in 1937 and won a state championship. The 1937 Port Huron High School football team were undefeated and untied Class A champions, and only 3 teams scored on them, and no team scored more than 1 touchdown. There were a couple notable athletes. Booker T. Hazley was one of the greatest Port Huron High School athletes of all time. His senior year as a fullback, he captained the team and scored 60 points in 8 games and went to an all-state selection, acclaimed by Brick Fowler as the best player I've ever coached and by Willard Blackney as the best baseball player I've ever coached. Wish Egan, Detroit Tigers coach in the 1930s, said, "If black players were playing in the big leagues today, Booker Hazley would be playing for the Tigers." Booker once hit a homer off legendary Satchel Paige in a Negro American League game. Charles H. Langford, starred in athletics in Port Huron High School for 4 years and won 11 letters. In 1922, he lettered in track, basketball, and baseball. In 1923 to 1925, he lettered in football, basketball, and baseball. In football, he played halfback and was fast on his feet and known as a dangerous open field runner, and could always depend on him to gain a few yards when needed. He was dubbed the Wonder Athlete, and the Times-Herald published a song that was written about him.